I was watching something yesterday that I've seen a million times. And don't talk about it more times than that. And I'm about to do it again. But I'm not going to talk about that incident I saw yesterday because I got one better that happened last December 2022. I'm at work, and it wasn't my usual work. It was something that I done where I got a call from somebody asking me if I wanted to make some bread. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go for it. So I'm working, listening to niggas on here act a goddamn fool. And years worth of work days just flew by, listening to niggas show their ass. Years worth of that, listening to niggas. Work days started and finished before I even realized it was time to go home, listening to niggas on here acting crazy. But I was listening to this stream, and this was in December. It was Pastor J. Wilson's stream. And I hear this voice on the panel. And I'm like, I know that voice. But I have my earphones in and the phone on my hip in the case. Right? And I think we had, I think they call it a fireman line going. I think we had one of those going. So I couldn't stop to look at my phone so I could match the face with the voice. But as soon as I got my hands free, I looked and I said, I knew that voice. I knew that voice. And who was it? Sheila. It was Sheila, somebody whose voice I haven't heard in years because I unsubbed from her a long time ago. And what was she doing on Pastor's panel? The same thing that had me do 2 or 3 videos about her a long while back. And what was that? Trying to prove that she better than everybody, she was still at it. But this time it had a twist to it. Because what was she doing this time to prove that she's so sophisticated and everybody else is so not? What was she doing? Counting out $5,000 in cash right up there on Pastor's panel. And you see, it's a lot of people on here who cannot seem to grasp the concept of them not being better than where they are. Because when you are better, you would do better. Right? And I don't know what it is. Is it that people don't know what the definition of peers means? Or is it that they don't understand what could make a group of people their peers? Or you know what? Maybe they do know what those things are and they hate it. So they come on here pretending that they are above their own group. The people that they associate with, fellowship with, congregate with, and hang with, they are not better than. Because if they were, then those people who they see as less than wouldn't also be their peers. And yes, hanging around includes fussing and fighting with people. That's hanging around too. And I got to point that out because some people have convinced themselves that hanging around can only mean laughs and smiles. But no. Pissed off is also part of hanging with people. Debating, discussing, conversating, it's all hanging out. Listen, people who are regularly around people who they view as ignorant, unintelligent, or degenerate refuse to acknowledge why those people are their peers. They resist how those people that they see as miscreants are still their peer group. You in the courtyard every day and for years, at the Carter, talking about the others are the ones who are the lowlives.
I was prom queen of King High School. This is beneath me.
You're like that lady who was telling Pookie I was prom queen. And I've asked 1,000 times, how great of an accomplishment is it to declare yourself the brightest among a group of people who you see as educated? How great is the achievement to be the most well-behaved among people that you see as classless? How difficult of a task could it be to be the best dressed when your peer group are the little rascals?
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers, one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.